Hey guys, before we start the show, I want to let you know if you go to ilovevgo.com, that's right, ilovevgo.com, you can pick up a Video Game Outsiders, that's right, my podcast, Video Game Outsiders. We are selling shirts and hoodies and coffee mugs and even socks. You have until January 25th. Go to ilovevgo.com. Once these are gone, they're gone forever. So if you enjoy my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com, go to ilovevgo.com. Again, it ends on the 25th. All right, guys, let's get on with the show. All right, guys, we are not in the basement, and yes, this is part number 2 of the John's Arcade year-end review, so buckle up, it's gonna be a big one. So anyway, I thought it'd be kind of cool if Adam was in this video. What do you guys think? So we're gonna go over to Adam's house, and actually, Adam just picked up a new game, a very cool game. So we're gonna check out Adam's new game, and then go back to the basement and finish up year-end review part number 2. All right, guys, enough of that, let's hit the road. All right, guys, we are here. So let's see if Adam's around, and we'll check out his new game. Housekeeping! Housekeeping! Adam! Hey, do you want to be my year-end review?
Yeah.
All right, good, you're in it. So I heard you got a new game, Adam.
I did.
And it's kind of a game that's near and dear to my heart.
It's a game that it's on my grail list.
It is.
It's a game I wanted for a long time, and I just totally stumbled upon it randomly.
Is that right?
So I was using your technique. I think you said like every once in a while, instead of searching for like arcade on Craigslist, you'll just pick like Tato or something like that.
Right.
So I searched for Atari, and then I filtered through all the 2600 and 5200 stuff, and then at the bottom was a picture of this cab, and the title said Super Mario and Dr. Mario, an original Atari cabinet. So that told me the guy didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, when we were kids, you would call any video game an Atari,
probably,
almost, right?
Generic. Yeah, that's probably why. I never even thought of that. That's probably what it was. The guy had just no clue.
Oh, let's go play Atari.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, that's actually a television.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so here it is, Adam.
Yeah, this is it.
I'm kind of jealous of this for numerous reasons. So this is the Nintendo versus Dual System. Upright.
Yes.
And I have the cocktail, the quote-unquote red tent, they call it.
And I didn't even realize that they had that version until I met you. And then you brought me in your basement, and I saw it. I was like, what is this? And you explained it to me, and that was the first time I actually realized that they made a cocktail version of this. This is the only versions of the Dual System I had ever been exposed to.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite.
No, I never knew the red tent existed.
Really?
Oh, yeah. These were everywhere in New England.
Okay, so I'm from Chicago area, and I remember going to Pizza Hut and having the red tent there.
Really? Okay.
I have a memory of playing with my oldest daughter, Excite Bike, by my old house at Pizza Hut.
Really?
Yeah, so they were around up until about 19, 20 years ago in Pizza Hut still.
Okay.
So anyway, this is the upright version.
The upright version.
And it looks like it's in pretty decent all original shape.
It is. It's in really good shape. He had it. He's the second owner. So the original owner was the owner of a bowling alley.
Okay.
And they went out of business in '95. He gave it to this guy who had it in his bedroom since 1995.
This has been in his bedroom since 1995.
Yeah. So it wasn't like it didn't touch any concrete. You know, it didn't get any moisture.
That's crazy.
Sitting in his bedroom for.
So 95 is how many years ago? That's 20.
It's like 30 years ago, isn't it? Or no?
No.
It's 20,
23, 20, yeah, crazy. All right, so it has 2 monitors. Now the red tent has 18-inch sharp monitors. Yep. This has 19-inch?
Yes.
It is?
Yep, these are Sanyo EZs, I believe.
Or are these?
I think they are.
They're 20 ZT AWs. Are these the same ones that they were like in the Play Choices and or Punch Out?
You would probably know more than me. That looks like that's an EZ though, right? I mean, I see the amplifier.
Or could it be the sharp version of it?
Oh, I see.
See the degauss switch right here?
Oh, yeah.
I think this is the sharp.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the cap kits are the same and everything.
What's different, the tube?
Well, I know that the degauss switch is one of the things that's different.
Okay.
And I think these are the same monitors that were in Punch Out.
Okay.
Which is not the Sanyos. I think these are the Sharps.
See. But it's still inverted.
Yeah, everything about it's the same.
I see. Yeah, I'm looking for like...
All right, so truth be told, we just Googled.
Yes.
So yes, these are Sharps.
Yes.
So the ZTAW is sharp, and like I said before,
That's the giveaway,
the giveaway is that degauss coil.
Sure.
But I remember encountering these in my punch out, and I capped the punch out. I remember them being, there was something about it that was a little bit different than the 20EZ when I did it, but it was basically it was basically the same though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But these monitors look like they're brand new.
Everything looks amazing.
Look how clean these are.
It's just, yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I like how they right monitor.
Right, yeah.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Huh?
Spare fuse, I mean, everything's original here.
Yeah, so it's got the inverter board, and then the single PCB, you got the RF cage, you got that power supply right there. Have you looked at the PCB at all?
I haven't done anything,
And like the coin mechs are clean.
Yep.
Look how shiny everything is. So can we power it on?
Yeah.
So by the way, did you?
So
go
this
ahead.
guy, he asked a considerable amount more than what I was willing to pay.
Yeah.
So, but I gave him an offer that I was willing to pay, but it was much lower. And without hesitation, he said okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was interesting. And so Tim and I went to pick it up. You know Tim from that Tim guy. So we went to pick it up, open the door, shake the guy's hand. He goes, "Oh, you're not the guy." And so we'd gotten to talking, and I guess he had just sold 2 pins a couple days before because he's kind of cleaning house. And he thought I was the same guy, and I think that's why he gave me such a great deal. So when I shook his hand, and I was all figuring this out in my head. I was like, oh, I don't think I was supposed to get that deal. But
So he thought you were like, you're the guy that bought all the pinballs too.
Yeah,
So I'll hook you up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it turns out you're just the guy that wanted the Nintendo cabinet, and that's it.
Yeah. So I think this is on. Is it on?
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look up here. So it's got 2 4-way joysticks. No, 8 ways. These are 8 ways, right?
Yeah, okay.
It's got 2 8 ways. Oh, you do need a cap kit, huh?
Oh, it looks like it. Yeah.
Have you not turned this on yet?
I did actually. This didn't look like this when I was at his place.
Is that right?
Yeah. Looks like there's something shrinking there.
Huh. And you got Dr. Mario on this side. It's pretty bright out here.
Yeah.
So that marquee looks great. This one, not too hot. Is that on the glass?
That's what I'm wondering though. Is it something in between? You think? Is there glass on top of the marquee?
Well, this is just like a translite.
Okay.
The glass is not permanently attached to that.
Okay.
So you can separate the two.
All right.
It looks like someone dumped a Coke.
That's exactly what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because in the back of the sticker, you have the same thing. You can see all the spoons on the sticker.
I bet you that cleans up.
But do they have a repro this? Because I thought it was the same as the other, but it's actually at an angle here.
It is at an angle, yeah.
Do you know if they repro these or because of the uniqueness of the
artwork?
shape? Yeah.
Well, I think you just have to cut it, right?
I don't know. Is it just the same as a normal versus uni system, and then you would cut it, or?
I think you just cut it. I mean, I've gotten these kits before.
Oh, okay.
And it comes with the angled glass.
Yeah.
But I think that the marquee piece itself
It's just square or rectangular, rather?
is square, and then you cut it if you need to. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I don't know. This doesn't seem as tall as
Exactly. Yeah, it seems a little bit shorter.
I think you're right.
Narrower.
Yeah.
So somebody will comment.
Yeah, someone comment, because I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with this game at all.
Right.
But I know that there's repros of this everywhere. But if you can clean this up and get the
That's
Coke
what I'm
off
wondering.
of
I'm gonna pop it off and just see if it's something. It looks to me like exactly like there's Coke in there or something. Somebody spilled something up here.
Yeah. What a cool cabinet, though. I mean, this would be so badass to play tennis and balloon fight and the head-to-head games, because with mine, you're facing each other.
Yeah, so you're not next to each other.
You feel a little separated, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like,
Right.
Joysticks feel good. So the buttons.
No, I think the original configuration is black and red, right? So these were probably replaced, this orange over here?
Well, no, I don't know. The Red 10 has like purple and yellow, and it has like 4 different colors for the. Well, no, for the A and B though, you're right.
Yeah, these are different colors, right?
Yes.
But for these, I wasn't sure.
I think these are red and black on the Red 10.
Okay. So maybe he did replace it. And the only thing I'm missing is that little decal there.
Oh yeah, I see that all the time. I might have this decal.
Okay.
I think I have this.
I don't know if they repro those or.
When we go to my house, I'll pull out some of my kits.
Okay.
Because I've got some of the glass and stuff, and we can maybe answer those questions we were wondering about.
Measure this real quick.
Yeah.
And compare it.
Yeah, but I think I have this sticker too somewhere.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll look when we get home. But yeah,
not bad.
that's awesome. So are you going to leave these 2 games in there? Or
I think I will for now. My wife really loves Dr. Mario.
Actually, these are the 2 games I have in mind right now
Oh, are they
at
really?
home.
Yeah. They're classic. Everyone loves these games.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is my wife's favorite on the Red 10,
that's mine.
and this is probably my favorite on the Red 10.
Yep.
It's funny how like when I got the red tent, it had Super Mario and Excite Bike, and then I go out and get like all the games and figure it out and burn ROMs, and then you know what? I go right back to Mario.
Yep. If I were to switch this one out, it probably would be for Excite Bike.
It would,
because those are the 2 games that I played. As a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's awesome, Adam. So are you going to bring this in the arcade soon?
So, yeah, what's interesting is that I measured this, and it is like 32.5 inches.
Okay.
And then I measured my stairs, and it's 32.5 inches.
Oh, no.
So I think what I may have to do is put it on its side and then send it up.
But what about, is this dimension here?
It's definitely narrower this way. Yeah. In fact, I think I have a tape here. So like from here to here, you're only talking, actually, no, that's bigger.
Oh, it's wider there.
30 something. Oh, boy. Wait a minute. Hold on. You got me worried.
What?
Now you got me worried. Oh, I'm sorry, 42.
It's 42 inches.
Okay, good, yeah. 42, my stairs are 42.
Okay, so this is narrower then.
This is definitely narrower, yes. So this is what, 30, what did I say, 39, 38? Yeah, it's actually 33. So, okay.
So you can go in, you can go in this way.
Yes. But I think what I may do is actually pull the monitors out just to, because I don't think it was designed to be laid on its side. You know,
right.
A lot of strength.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll probably pull the monitors to remove like half the weight, and then it should be able to go up on its side.
You know, it's funny how this is like 2 cabs in one.
Exactly.
It's really not that big.
Yeah.
Considering, don't you think?
Yeah.
I remember when I first got in this hobby, I thought this thing was a monster. Like, that's too big. I could never consider that.
Exactly.
But now that I'm looking at it,
moving it wasn't too bad. I mean, there's wheels, and I was able to kind of just pitch it back.
Right.
And working with Tim's help, we were able to move it. So
it's a good design.
It's definitely bigger. And heavier than a single.
But it's not as monstrous as you think it is.
Yeah, it's not like a 6-player X-Men or something ridiculous like that.
Dude, that is sweet.
Yeah. I'm psyched.
So Adam, I was wondering, you want to go back to the basement?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, guys, let's hit the road. All right, guys, we are back in the basement, and yes, Adam's here.
I'm still here.
You are here.
I am here.
So thanks for hanging out with me, Adam.
Thanks for having me.
I thought this will be fun, right?
Yeah,
we'll hang out, we'll do stuff, we'll talk about things.
Yes.
So in these year-end videos, we usually talk about every single game, which we already did in the last video. Right. So we're gonna resume here and talk about the rest of the world, my little world, right? So we're gonna go look at all my PCBs, my mess of a PCB collection.
Sure.
We'll go upstairs, check out the MAME cabinet and my Centipede Cabaret.
Okay.
And then I'll take you guys to the garage and we'll look at the projects.
Okay.
Do you have a lot of projects?
I do. A ton of projects. As you know, the game room is full of projects.
It is.
It's not really working arcade.
But you have your cars in your garage. I failed this year.
I do, right?
My cars are not in the garage, and it's bothering me. So we'll see that mess. Anyway, let's go over there and I guess just get started. And by the way, we're going to come back too and do a ton of viewer mail, make some popcorn. I'll have a little bit of Parat rum. This is an annual tradition, you know. Yes. A viewer sent me this very special rum, and we have to have a little bit here. Yes, I will. It's not in his bag. That's okay. So anyway, why don't we start and go check out the PCB mess over here. So Adam, do you have a lot of extra like PCBs and stuff?
I don't really. I don't have a lot of anything extra.
You don't?
I'm trying to think. I probably have 1 or 2 extra. Actually, no, I don't think. I think I have a single spare Donkey Kong PCB.
Right.
And I don't even want to sell that because I want to use it as like a golden model in case I run into a snag doing a repair.
Oh, really?
I want to compare it to a working PCB.
Yeah.
So I don't really have spare anything, to be honest.
See, when I first started getting into the hobby, and by the way, this is a total disaster, okay? So when I first started getting into this hobby, I had it in my mind that I needed spares of everything.
Sure.
Like, oh, I need a spare. Right. If I have a Donkey Kong, I need a spare Donkey Kong board. Right. If I have a Junior, I need a Junior board, because what if it breaks?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So I was always on eBay, and these are all Nintendo Versus boards right here. Right. And of course, you have a dual system now.
Yes.
So you're going to have to be, you might want to borrow some of these. What?
Good that I know a guy.
Yeah. And these ones right here are just like untested, unverified boards I have. So
I mean, if you're just getting the hobby, you don't know how easily accessible some of this stuff is, right?
Right.
So you just kind of want at least, like you said, 1 copy of everything you own.
Which is what I kind of tried doing in the beginning. So the Versus stuff, you know, I really got into though. You know, like in the beginning, I was swapping ROMs all the time, which is really problematic.
Sure.
Because you end up with socket issues or broken legs. You're increasing your odds of screwing something up.
Sure.
So then I'm like, well, I need to just get the boards and start having these configurations, you know. So like this board right here has Gradius and Clue Land.
Baseball.
Well,
that's just the PPU from baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
So
it.
this has Gradius.
Oh, gotcha. I can't see it. Okay.
See right here?
Yep, it's
I
Super
burnt a PRG and a CHR, and I used the
Gotcha.
baseball.
Sure. PPU
This daughter board right here, I don't remember. This might be Top Gun or something. Because these Konami daughter boards,
Yes.
you can change them from one game to the next.
Okay.
And there's a list of those, I think, on my website, I think
Yes.
at NintendoVersus.com or John'sArcade.com. And then this is Clue Clue Land, which is
Gotcha.
compatible with the Super Marios.
Okay.
So this board here has Gradius, which is one of my favorite. I think Gradius is my favorite shmup.
Really?
Yeah. And then Clue Clue Land, which is kind of meh. You like Clue Clue Land?
Remind me what that game is.
It's like a weird puzzle. It's like this little Kirby-looking guy.
Oh, okay.
Pull this out if you can,
This one
please.
here?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one?
yeah. We'll just.
one's
So
got
this
what?
is Castlevania.
Oh yeah.
This was a Top Gun one,
Okay.
and I converted Top Gun to Castlevania. Used the Slalom PPU.
I see.
And you burned this program ROM right here.
See, I'm gonna have to get educated about all this stuff.
Yeah, and I believe this is Goonies.
Okay.
I love Goonies.
Yeah,
Goonies is
yeah.
great. So the Konami games, they would put their games on these daughter boards to prevent piracy.
I see.
You know.
Yep.
Whereas Nintendo was just putting the ROMs with the PPU.
So how does this prevent piracy?
Because
Because is this
the only way to
chip,
play
or-
this game is to have this board.
Really?
Yeah, if you want to play Castlevania,
Right.
you need the daughter board.
I see.
If you want to play, so whereas the Nintendo games, if you have just
ROMs, right?
it's just the ROMs and the
Oh, okay.
PPU. So Konami said, no, we're gonna make this proprietary board.
I see.
So Nintendo did get smart though. They did that with Dr. Mario.
Okay.
Because Dr. Mario is the only Nintendo game that's on a daughter board.
It is okay.
Yeah.
So this is Goonies. So this the same version that you would have on the NES or similar to it, or
No,
a different
it's
version?
actually the Goonies for the Versus system is the Goonies that was released in Japan and not in the US.
Okay.
I think the Goonies that we had on the NES was technically Goonies 2.
Okay.
And Goonies 1 was released only on the Famicom.
Okay.
That's my understanding of it. Yeah. So anyway, I have all these Versus boards.
Sure.
And, you're going to want to probably do that. Like here's this is RBI baseball. They put that on a daughter board too.
I see.
So they did that kind of stuff. So I got just a bunch of random stuff here. And then here's just another pile of random crap.
But it's like what, Paperboy, right? And Qbert. So these are boards you own, and these are cop.
This is actually your Qbert.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, years ago.
What?
Yeah. Whatever. I'm sure I have a board too. I think I have your MCR boards at my house.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. That's fine.
I don't remember why you lent me that Qbert.
I don't remember.
Because I think I was having trouble with my Qbert.
Probably.
And the problem I had was actually the transformer.
Yeah.
But we weren't sure it was a board issue or what. It kept resetting.
Right.
This is a K7000 chassis. Oh, this is the one that goes to the Turtles and that's in the garage. Can you break free the remote board? It's hooked on something over there.
Yep. This is up here. There you go.
Yeah, I stepped on the remote board.
Oh.
Look at that.
You can replace those. That's nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Just pots. But yeah.
This was sitting on the floor over by my desk,
yeah.
and I stepped on it. And I'm like, So yeah, I got a bunch of spare power supplies.
Right.
Those
Nintendo.
Yeah, again, I was hoarding Nintendo stuff, dude.
Yep.
Well,
I mean, prices are up now, so. No,
so I've got 4 Nintendo Donkey Kong style power supplies.
This is AR stuff. Is that what this is?
Yeah, ARs and this is is this Gottlieb? I don't know.
Looks like AR.
What?
Looks like it might be an AR.
I think it's Gottlieb.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a Gottlieb power supply.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's like spare Qbert power supply.
I see.
And that's an MCR power supply right there.
It is? Okay.
Yeah. So this stuff always comes in handy though.
Sure.
So what's this board here? Oh, this is a Crazy Kong with a JAM adapter. See the Orca?
Yep.
I never tried that. I would like to build a Crazy Kong Cabaret. Like maybe I could find an old poker machine.
Yeah.
And get like some crazy like bizarro Donkey Kong artwork. Right?
Is it the same gameplay and everything is Donkey
No,
Kong?
no.
It isn't? Oh, okay.
No, it's like bizarro Donkey
really?
Kong, yeah. Like everything's weird and broken. There's ladders missing,
Oh,
and
really?
the sprites are all strange.
Okay.
So wouldn't it be cool to get like some crazy,
Yeah.
just
Weird.
off Donkey Kong art and put it on a cabaret?
Sure.
I would love to do that.
Willis Donkey Kong or whatever. With
Just like
some funky.
get like some photorealistic
Right.
gorilla or something. What was that Harambe guy the monkey they killed, the gorilla they killed?
Oh, I don't know. Recently?
Harambe, what's his name?
I don't remember.
He's the gorilla that killed some kid.
Okay, yeah,
And then
they
they
put him
shot
down?
the gorilla.
Yeah, right.
And someone made an arcade game about that. Did you see that?
No, it didn't.
You play as him, and you have to avoid the kids.
Oh.
And if you touch them, you die instantly. genius, right? What's this Sega board? I don't know what this is. There's some Sega stuff here. What's that? This is U.S. Classic Golf. That's what was in the Journey when I got it. Technos Japan. I don't know what some of this stuff even is.
When you do a conversion and you take the whatever's in there out.
Yeah.
You just hold on to that. You don't have to.
What am I doing? Who's gonna want that?
I don't know.
Hey, I'll trade you a golf PCB. What would I get for that? Here's Golden Tee. This was in my Golden Tee when I got it. It's 2005. Here's some Donkey Kongs. Here's a bunch of Nintendos right here. So I've got like spare Donkey Kongs and Juniors.
You're a good guy to know.
Well, I don't really have a lot. I mean, some guys are even... This is a Mr. Do board, I believe.
Right.
I always wanted to make a Mr. Do also. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, you get the idea. Sure. I have a lot of junk. Yeah. So, all right, let's go back over here. All right, Adam, let's go back over here. So, when we were over there, we actually found something that kind of goes along with what we discussed in the beginning of the video. So, I found one of these kits back there, and I used to have a bunch of these.
Okay.
And I don't remember where I got them, like at an operator warehouse or something.
Right.
But when Nintendo sold these Versus kits for the dual system, they came in this, right? Because of the glass, I think they wanted to protect the marquee.
Right.
And this kind of answers the question of what we were talking about at your house.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, did they cut it down?
Right.
How did they do the marquee? Well, the answer is in here. Okay. So this right here. This box here, you can see it says Versus Pack, and I used to have like 5 or 6 of these, and I must have got rid of them because there's no more over there. Just this. I'm gonna give you this too, by the way. Sweet. So look here's the answer right here.
Right.
The marquee is on glass already.
Yes. And it's cut.
And it's cut.
Right.
But here's what's interesting though.
So that's only for a dual system upright.
This will only fit a dual system.
Yeah.
But here's what's interesting. On your game, this part right here is not on the outside. You have glass.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless there's 2 layers. Maybe this goes in the back and then there's another piece that goes over it.
Huh.
Because if you look here, guys, the translite or whatever you want to call it, the decal is on the outside and it's adhered to this glass. Whereas yours has the plexi over it.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's 2 layers in there.
Yeah.
I bet you take off that front layer, and then behind it is this.
Yeah.
Because this is clearly from the factory.
And I guess because of the way that it's cut, this is designed to go on the right side of the cab. You can't put this on the other side, right? Because of the way the angle. You know what I'm saying? So some games are cut in this direction, and some games are cut in this direction, unless there's another one. No, there's not.
Oh, I'm wondering if they... I bet you this is how it works. You get a piece of glass,
right,
and then you get this... And you can put it on whatever side you want.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
I bet you the operator put it on this side.
It could be.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if you have the decal, you could put it on either side, and it would work left or right.
But you just have to trim it when you're done, right?
Well, it looks like someone did kind of trim it, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. So inside the kit here was this too.
Right.
And this was the ROM set with the PPU.
Okay.
And then it does have a dip switch adjustment piece of paper that's kind of so this is the Excitebike operation manual, how to install software, ROMs. So you would have got the kit, it would have had the ROM and PPU set that was in this box here, this piece of paper, and then the glass marquee.
Right.
Pretty cool, right?
That is cool.
So you take this and turn yours into Excitebike.
Sweet, dude.
The Mario PPU, I believe, is the same. As Excitebike.
That is one thing that I didn't check on your site. Yeah.
So if you want to convert Mario to Excitebike, you just burn those ROMs. Cool.
Thanks, man.
I had more of these. I don't know where they went. I like this box, though.
Yeah, it is very cool. Like a little gun case.
Yeah, like Nintendo always did stuff cool, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's like they want the operator to come, like, here he comes.
Right, yeah.
He's coming to change the game, right? With his briefcase. Exactly. So, okay, so that's going to do it for the basement for now. We'll come back and do the popcorn and all that stuff and hang out and reminisce. Okay. But why don't we go upstairs and I'll show you my Miss PacMan cabinet and the Centipede Cabaret, and we'll go to the garage and check that out and come back down. So, all right, let's go upstairs. All right, we're upstairs. So Adam.
Yes.
So you're playing on my Miss Pac-Man MAME cabinet.
I forget what game it is. 19XX, I think.
Was this a Neo Geo game?
It really feels like it.
I think this game, and by the way, I have a vertical monitor, right?
Yep.
It's original, factory Miss Pac-Man here. But what I did is I added a JAMA adapter to the original harness,
right.
And then I plugged in like a JPack, and I have a computer back there,
okay.
Right? So I didn't molest the game in any way.
Right.
And what's nice about this setup is I can play all the vertical classic arcade games, four-way joystick with 2 buttons, right? But it also plays horizontal games pretty well. So you can see the game's kind of squished.
Yeah.
This game normally runs on a horizontal monitor.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong?
I don't know. It really looks like it fills up nicely. The proportions seem like it's vertical. I don't know.
I think it's smushed.
Okay.
Because this is a 2-player simultaneous, right?
Yeah.
So look how squashed it is.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's a horizontal game. So anyway, let me kind of show you guys like how this works. You have a MAME cabinet, right?
I don't have a 60-in-1, but I'm preparing to do a MAME setup in the summer.
Are you going to use like Hyperspin or something?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the time I did this.
That didn't exist, did it?
No, it did.
Oh, it did.
But I have a vertical. I wanted to do a vertical MAME setup.
Sure.
And so I did some research, and Hyperspin didn't support vertical.
I see.
So Mala was kind of my best bet.
Sure.
So that's what I did. So the controls here are basically 1 and 2 players escape.
Oh, okay.
So that sends you back to the menu,
Yep.
right? And I have different playlists. I made kind of like my own little theme here, John's Arcade. I basically took like someone's theme and modified it to my liking.
Yep.
And I went and got all the little preview videos. I actually paid for these.
Oh, okay.
There was some website, I don't remember what it was. You paid and you got FTP access.
Yeah. It's worth it though.
It is worth it. So I got all of these little preview videos.
Yeah.
So when you select a game, so let's go to like Pac-Mania. So this is all Pac-Man games. So if you pick Pac-Mania, then it loads this little video file into that little preview window.
Yeah.
I always thought that was kind of slick, right?
For someone who is like, who's not exposed to this, doesn't remember exactly what that game is like.
Yeah.
That shows them exactly the gameplay.
Exactly.
Yeah, you totally want that.
And so this website had all the marquees.
Yeah.
It had all the videos.
Yep.
I actually took all the marquees and resized them all to one consistent size.
Okay.
And I added that little bevel to it.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yep.
I did like a little batch setup in Photoshop.
Yep.
I said, open the file, scale it so it's 600 pixels wide.
Add the border.
Add the effect and save it.
Yep.
And I did that to the entire folder, so they're all consistent.
Yep.
I added this little thing here. Game has been played X amount of times.
Yep.
I really like that a lot.
Yep.
It took me a while to figure out how to do that. I don't remember. There's just like some little code you put on the Mala layout making program, whatever.
Yep.
But this is useful to me. Like it's not as slick as Hyperspin. It's not as fast.
Yep.
The computer I'm using is a really old Celeron that someone was going to throw out.
Yeah. But I don't think it doesn't affect the gameplay at all. If anything, it just makes the menu maybe a little bit slower.
The menu's a little slow.
But everything else is fine.
But everything's fine. The games play like the classic games play great.
Exactly.
Like Mappy is a vertical arcade game.
Yeah.
So it plays perfect on this midway cabinet.
Yeah.
So most of the games that I really want to play, like Galaga, and of course, Miss Pac-Man and Mappy and Circus Charlie, whatever. All those like 80s vertical games play almost 1-to-1. Some of the games, like Frog, like the stuff that's based on the Galaxian hardware though, has scaling issues. And if you Google this, you'll see it's a real issue in MAME. For some reason, Galaxian used like weird resolution or something, and MAME has trouble. They might have fixed it now, but like Frogger, you could tell that it's a little scaled. Those are the only ones that look scaled on this.
So this is probably an older version of MAME?
It is, very old. And the ROM set I have matches the version, so everything runs.
I found out that like as they try to emulate more and more. I think at least for me, I had to stick with an older version of MAME that had like samples because they really try to emulate the analog circuitry of say Donkey Kong. And at the time it was like unless you had a powerful enough computer to do all the math and whatever. It just the sounds. The game would run horribly slow.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I had to kind of back level to an older version of MAME that didn't have the actual analog emulation.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the version of MAME I'm using matches my computer pretty well.
Exactly,
my computer's ancient. And I'm not using the latest version. It was the latest at the time. But that was like, when did I do this? Like
a long time ago.
I did this like 8 or 9 years ago, right?
Right.
So So it all works,
Yeah.
and the set of ROMs I have matches the version of MAME. So I'm leaving this alone.
Yeah,
this is very useful. But like I said, all of these like vertical classic games,
Sure.
Bally, Midway, Atari, they all play flawlessly. You know, like I wouldn't try to play Mortal Kombat on this or something. I mean,
not its purpose.
You couldn't anyway, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really like this thing. Like I have a playlist here called Tourney Games. These were games that were going to be in some tournament. I don't remember what it was.
If you just have the itch to play a single game, you don't have to go all the way down to the arcade, turn everything on.
Exactly.
You can just sit here and play it. And...
So Elevator Action, that is a horizontal game.
Right.
And so you can see how it squishes it. It's not bad. So I actually find this to be.
Oh, look at that.
That's not bad.
No. That's
right?
Not bad at all. Wow. Okay.
It does a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And it's not scaled. Like it doesn't look fuzzy or blurry.
Right.
The pixels look 1:1.
Yeah.
And if you look down here, so here's the control panel. So the original control panel for Miss PacMan obviously didn't have 2 buttons.
Right.
So my original control panel is downstairs on a shelf.
Okay.
This is a reproduction I bought.
Sure.
I transferred over the original joystick to it.
And it came with the holes? Or?
It had the holes already.
I've been seeing that in a lot of...
Mike's Arcade sells this control panel.
Yeah.
And so I took these 2 wires, I took these 2 buttons and wired them to that JAMA adapter.
Yeah.
And so now I have 1 and 2. And this is a 4-way joystick, but the grommet is so worn out.
It works like an 8-way.
It kind of almost is an 8-way.
And this is the original joystick from the game that you got?
This is the original Miss PacMan joystick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So on some games though that really need an 8-way, see if you press this twice, it wants to shut down. And now to so if you hit the 1 and 2 player button really fast, you can escape out of that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of fun. And like you said, like on the days, especially on Sundays, I'll turn these on.
Sure.
And these are like just the perfect like Sunday games to have on.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, like the game I play the most on here is probably Miss PacMan.
Miss PacMan, yeah.
Yeah, and then Galaga's probably second. Like I always wanted a Galaga.
It's something about playing the actual game and the actual cabinet with all that artwork and everything. It kind of just has a feel to it, you know?
Yeah, and I said in the last video, you know, I get these multi-kits.
Yeah.
You know, like the Q*bert multi-kit, it adds like 5 versions of Q*bert, but I end up just playing the original one.
The first week you play them all.
Yeah, you try it out.
Yeah, and then you're like, just put it right back.
Right.
Q*bert, yeah.
And that's definitely happened with this too, even though I have all these games.
Yeah.
But what's nice about this though is like I see a game on Craigslist or someone will be talking about a game that I'm not familiar with and I'll just try it out. I'm like, oh wow, I never saw that game before. It does keep track of like the most played games here. This is the popular list.
Sure.
So Miss PacMan's the most played.
Obviously, yeah.
And this is how many times the game's been started.
Okay.
Once you get into the game, if you play 10 games, it still counts as one.
Oh, I see.
This is how many times it's been launched.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that doesn't sound like a lot, does it?
For how long you've had it? How long have you had it? 10 years or so?
Like probably 8,
20,
9, yeah. Doesn't sound like a lot. No. Galaga's 57. I don't know. That really seems low. Pac-Man. Armored Car I got into. Dig Dug. Mappy. It's funny how Journey's on this list. Thief. I got into that. Gyrus. And then Miss Pac-Man.
Now, did some of these
games,
this
is Pac-Gal.
Some of these games, like say Journey and Gyrus, you've owned both of those.
Yes, I have.
Did you get into them here and then be like, I would like to own that actual game? And
I don't remember why Journey's on here. I might have. I guess I did play it before I got the cabinet.
Somebody did, right?
Yeah, well, I did.
17 times.
Yeah. But Journey plays perfect on this too.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, do they don't emulate the cassette at all, right? MAME doesn't do that? Where it actually would play, like let's say an MP3.
I think it will if you put the MP3 in there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So right now, somehow the dip switch is...
it's in test mode?
Yeah, it's in test.
I think it's in dip switch, isn't it? Yeah,
service mode on. There we go. How do we get out of this?
Maybe you're doing some research to figure out what Journey did when you put it in.
Maybe. How do I get out of this? There we go. All right. I mean, this plays exactly like...
Yeah.
It's like the same joystick and...
The sound sounds a little crisper, like it doesn't sound... But I think it's just the cabinet.
Yeah.
The speakers are positioned in the actual authentic cabinet.
And I did have to add like an audio amplifier to this.
Right.
And what I did was I just went to Walmart and I bought the cheapest
PC speakers.
powered PC speakers I could, and I cut the wire to the right one,
Yep.
and then ran those wires to. So basically, so when you buy the PC speakers, it's stereo,
Yes.
right? And they're powered PC speakers,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
All these games are in mono, right?
Yeah.
So I have the audio right now panned hard right,
Okay.
and the left speaker's down there, but that's the left speaker's the one that has the power amp in it.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so
So you're using it, but there's nothing coming out of it. You're just using it because it's what powers the right speaker.
I cut the right speaker wire,
Yeah.
and then ran that to my speaker,
Right, yeah.
and then panned all the audio to the right.
Sure.
It was just a down and dirty way to get an audio amp in here.
Yeah, I think I did the same with my 61. I have a 61. It's the same exact setup. Actually, I kind of did it based on your setup here. Very similar control panel, and I have a similar thing with the speakers. I just had it set up at work for people to play.
I mean, this place is just like downstairs.
Yeah,
The only thing different is the monitor angle.
right.
All right, so that's the main cabinet.
Yep.
And again, if I wanted to turn it back into a PacMan, Miss PacMan, I could do it in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have my board downstairs. Okay, and then next to it here is a Centipede Cabaret.
Yep.
I really like the Atari Cabarets, especially the ones that have the full-size 19-inch monitor.
Yeah.
You have an Atari Cabaret?
I don't have any Atari Cabarets, no. I have a couple cocktails.
You do?
Yes, Asteroids Deluxe Cocktail. Actually, I think that's the only one I have now.
Do you have any Cabarets?
No.
I didn't think you did.
No.
So this one here I got from Ray in Westfield. Remember that guy?
I don't think I met him.
No.
Was that one of your warehouse raids? Because I know there was a
No,
guy
there was a guy a long time ago that was constantly selling games, and
really?
I bought a few games from him, like the Tron and this.
Okay.
I think he's since moved to Florida, and he's totally out of the hobby.
Sure.
But I got this game from him. I didn't do anything to it. I just put it in this room.
Sure.
And I wanted to Centipede, in the beginning when I was collecting you want to get all the iconic games.
Exactly, right.
And I absolutely remember playing this game in the arcade.
Right.
I mean, it's a pretty standard game.
Are all the Atari Cabarets the exact same cabinet with just different graphics and marquees? Or?
No, like Asteroids is totally different.
It is, okay.
But like this so Dig Dug,
Yeah.
Tempest,
Okay.
and this
Right.
all share this same cabinet.
Okay.
I think those are the only three. I'm not
Okay.
positive, but I think it's those three. They all have a full-size monitor.
Yeah.
They all have the wood grain sides.
Yeah.
They all have this profile.
Yeah.
And some of them do and do not have a lit up marquee here.
Yeah.
Centipede, I think, did not from the factory, and I think Tempest did. But anyway, Ray or someone put
Just a ballast back
they
there?
shoved a
Yeah.
fluorescent light in there.
Okay.
So this lights up. So that looks cool.
Yeah.
The overlay on here, I don't know if this is a repro or not. It kind of looks like it's repro. It's cracking here on the edges.
Yeah.
He did install a light up trackball, which is something I normally wouldn't do.
Yep.
But it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, no,
it's
that's
kind of
good.
bright in here, so you can kind of.
Right, yep.
But I left it in there because it feels good and it's smooth. It's a good trackball.
So the hardware, the trackball hardware, the spinner mechanism, anything, that's all original. It's just the ball itself is different, or is the
No,
whole thing-
no. You can go buy like the Hap trackballs, and they
Yeah.
pretty much line up with what Atari did.
Okay.
And it just plugs in.
I need a new one for mine.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the upright.
If you go to the Hap website or
Yeah.
even Arcade Shop or something,
Right.
they probably sell Hap balls.
Okay.
And they're a direct plug-in to Atari.
Cool. Okay.
I think it's all the same.
Yeah.
Like the new old games that use trackballs. So this one here has a millipede board with the Brazington multi-pede kit.
Yep.
Because if you wanted to get the multi-pede kit,
It has to be on a millipede board, right?
you have to install it on a millipede board.
Okay.
So I pulled the Centipede board out of here, picked up a millipede board, then you have to get an adapter that plugs millipede into Centipede
Yep.
because it's not the same pinout.
Right.
Which is kind of funny. Why Atari did that on
I don't
purpose, right? Didn't they?
Yeah, probably.
So you had to buy the millipede
Yeah.
cabinet. You
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
swap the boards.
Right.
And they also made the millipede trackball bigger than the Centipede trackball too.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
They knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing. They're like, well, this game's kind of like Centipede.
yeah.
No one's gonna want to buy it.
Right.
Well, let's change the pinout
Right.
and change the trackball,
Yeah.
and now we have a different game, right? So anyway, this has the Brazington kit on a millipede board with the millipede adapter, and you could switch between games by just pressing 1 or 2 players. So right now it's on Centipede, and then, oops. Okay. There we go.
There you go.
And then now it's on now it's on millipede. Yep. You can see my monitor has a bit of a purity issue in the corners. Yep. I never could get rid of that, and I know more now than I did when I got this, but I think I just need to adjust the yoke a little bit, and that'll go away. Millipede's pretty good. Do you prefer one or the other?
I don't really remember playing a lot of millipede at all.
Oh, really?
No. I don't know if I ever played it in the... I must have played it in the arcade. But the fact that I don't remember means I probably didn't play that much.
Yeah, it's way more frantic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I do think they kind of have their own feeling.
Centipede on a speed up chip or something?
Yeah, and there's those DDT bombs right here. Yeah. You can hit those and it explodes. Like you have multiple spiders right now. I don't know.
Yeah, way more intense.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, just listen to the sounds. Like, I think Centipede, when you start, it's more like bump, bump.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slower.
Yeah, Centipede's a little slower paced.
That's the same. But
look how slow the spider's going.
Yeah.
Like, I have tons of time right now to think about this.
Yeah.
And Millipede, all these things are on top of you. And by the way, because it's using Millipede hardware to play Centipede, the color palette is slightly different.
Oh, okay.
And you'd have to be like a savant to even notice it, or have them both next to each other. Right. But I think like the yellows or the greens are not exact, but it's close. Yeah. Like no one would notice it. Right. But that is kind of one of the caveats of running a Centipede on the Millipede hardware.
Sounds are good, both either way?
Oh, sounds are perfect on both.
That's cool.
I mean, it's not emulation. You know?
Right. But I know like some people do, what is it, the double Donkey Kong on the Donkey Kong Junior board set or whatever? Yeah. Because it's all analog, well not all analog, but there's some analog based sounds.
Right, you get the Donkey Kong Junior Vine sound when Mario's running.
Right.
Because they basically hack a Donkey Kong Junior board to run Donkey Kong, but the analog sounds that are hardware
unique to that game, exactly.
Are unique to Junior.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that's it. These are the two games I have up here. I actually really like having them up here. Yeah. I don't know why. It works for me. All right, so why don't we let's go to the garage. I'll this is part of the year-end review, Adam. Sure. We have to go everywhere.
That's right.
We're gonna show my world. All right, so let's go to the messy garage.
Okay, let's do it.
I had full intention of cleaning the garage out and having the cars in there. Never happened. So, all right, let's go to the garage. All right.
Hey.
This is it.
I'm already here.
All right, Adam. So this is my disgusting garage.
I think every collector has one, John. I wouldn't be worried about it.
But here's the thing. You dream of having a house and having a garage so you could store your cars in the winter inside a garage. Yeah. Not me. No. I got a bunch of crap out here and my car's outside. It's irritating. What? So anyway, this is kind of where we left off after the Mortal Kombat. And I have a Sega Power Drift out here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that.
I think you picked that up because you picked up on a really good deal, right?
It's like $50 or something. Because I went to an operator that we know, and I bought this cabinet.
Yes. Okay.
And I bought this because I wanted to do a Turtles.
Yes.
So this is a Konami 4-player cabinet with the single speaker grill. Yeah. And that's the same cabinet that Turtles was in. Yep. I do think that this was a Crime Fighters or something.
Okay.
It was not originally a Turtles, but it's the same cabinet.
Same cabinet. So is that your plan? You're going to do a
Turtle? I'm going to make a Turtles. I have all the artwork. Joe Sazbo sent me the artwork and everything. Yep. So we're ready to go on this in the spring. Okay. And it works. The monitor was working. I actually pulled the chassis and stuck it in a game at the hangar. So I have to fix the monitor. And then the power drip. So when I was there...
Was it free?
No. So he delivered this to my house.
Oh, nice.
And then this was in there. And I'm like, all right, I'll take that too if you're delivering it. Right. And it was like $50.
So and did he have it? Was it he just was bringing it someplace and you spotted it?
No. So I bought this. I bought this game from him.
And he was delivering this.
He was delivered. So he's already coming to my house.
But why was that in the truck?
No. That was in his warehouse.
Oh, okay. Right.
And I said, well, since you're already coming to my house,
I see. Okay.
How much extra if you bring this too?
Sure.
And it was like $50 or whatever it was. And this doesn't work. It plays blind.
Okay.
It's got a K7000 25-inch monitor in there. Now, this Sega Power Drift game originally had a 19-inch monitor.
Oh.
So someone crammed a 25-inch monitor in there. That's not right.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about taking that monitor and putting that in the Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Because that's a K7000.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to fix the stupid Polo monitor over here.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm thinking about giving up on the Polo for now.
Yeah.
Because the K7000 is just easier.
Sure.
Right?
Everybody knows about it. I mean, online and stuff.
This stupid monitor. I mean, I don't want to give up. Maybe we'll try one more time. I actually...
I forget, what's the problem, too? I haven't...
It's in shutdown.
Okay.
The tech at Arcade Club told me, though, that a lot of times it's these caps. He said to replace these caps right here.
Yep.
And there's a way to tell. He actually made a little video for me.
Yeah, weird shapes.
Yeah, these plastic little caps, he says, is usually what the problem is. Almost always on that. So I might shotgun those.
Right.
I don't know, but there's a way to tell which section is the problem. Is it the power supply part of it, or I don't remember, or the flyback part, the high voltage part?
Yeah.
Because there's like a power supply section, which I don't know, is over here somewhere. Whatever, I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It could be these things.
Sure.
And then what else is in the garage here? The Bronco. I really need to do that.
Wait, was that was downstairs for a while, right?
Yeah, I know.
And it came back out. Did I help? No, I don't think I helped you take it down, did I?
I brought it down by myself.
Okay, you tried it down by yourself.
I did. I carried the head.
Holy cow. Dude.
I just carried the head down, and I should have taken the back glass off. I know someone's about to leave a comment.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You can just tell, right?
What?
You've been doing videos for so long. You can just.
John, you should have taken the back glass off. It's gonna flake.
You're the flake. You flake.
So I still want to fix that thing. You know what? Here's the thing, Adam. I need to stop buying stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And
you
just
and me both do.
And just like do the stuff I already have.
Yeah.
Don't get any other distractions.
Yeah.
And that's why this is here still.
Sure. My problem is I'll see a game on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I've never really heard of that game before. So I'll look at a video on YouTube of MAME and I'm like, this game looks fun. And
Yeah.
then I end up wanting to buy it. You know?
I know.
Game that was never even on my radar.
Yeah, like that Two Tigers game
Exactly.
that we went and got.
Yeah. But that was a fun game.
I know.
It's a two-player. If you're playing two players, it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Single player, maybe not so much. I don't know. But two-player, that game's fun.
Yeah, but I never ever wanted that
Yeah.
game. I never set out to
Yeah.
get Two Tigers.
Right. Yeah.
But there it is on Craigslist.
Right.
I'm
Now
like,
it's-
wow,
it's in your house.
that's kind of rare. You don't see that for sale ever. So anyway, I do want to work on this, maybe this summer after the Turtles. You know, this summer, this winter needs to be Mortal Kombat needs to be done.
Yeah.
And then spring, we start working on the Turtles and the Bronco. And I should get nothing else, no other games, until the Bronco and the Turtles are done.
Done. Yeah. And what are your long-term plans for this? Is this a fun game?
Yeah, I kind of want it.
Yeah.
But
Put on location, you think, or?
I would consider that.
Yeah.
Now I plugged the game the video signal into another monitor,
Okay.
and I got to see the game playing.
Oh, okay, good.
But it would not. The controls didn't work. So I coined it up, and the game starts.
Okay.
But the steering wheel was not responding. Nothing was responding. Like I couldn't drive the car.
Okay.
So there's something else
the
wrong.
gas and everything wouldn't work? None of that would
I don't know if the gas. I don't remember, but I couldn't control the car.
Okay.
So there's something else wrong with it beyond the monitor.
Sure.
Which doesn't excite me, you know.
Right.
And there's no sound.
Right.
And the sound doesn't work.
Kind of unique, though, huh?
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like Outrun on steroids.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's that kind of like scaling sprite graphics and stuff.
Right.
It's really cool, like F-Zero almost.
Right.
And then over here's my dartboard, which I really like. I should put that in the hangar.
Oh, there you go.
Huh?
Yeah.
Think that would do okay there.
It would. I mean, do they have darts there?
They used to.
They used to, yeah.
Before we came in there and put the arcade games, they had traditional darts,
Right.
not electronic.
I think people would be all over this.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's a good spot for it.
Right.
But right now, that thing's problematic, though. It resets.
Ah, okay.
I think it's just a header on the power supply.
Right.
And every time it would lock up on me, I would just reseat the power supply header, and then it was fine for a couple weeks. So I just need to repin that thing. I just don't want to get rid of that thing.
Sure. It's nostalgic, right?
I could see it coming back down in the basement at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then other than that, just a bunch of junk.
I see you're preparing for the monitor apocalypse.
I'm ready for the monitor apocalypse. For a while there, we would go to our warehouse raids.
Yeah.
And we'd buy broken games and keep the monitor, and and give the cabinet away.
Right.
I did that a whole bunch of
I
times.
sent you a text and I gave $50.
Oh, you did?
Police trainer, yeah, $50.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, for the same reason, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if it's even if the cabinet's trashed, but if they're asking for something $50, take the monitor.
Exactly.
Part it out.
But the one monitor I really was hoarding was 20 EZs. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay.
5, 6, 7.
Wow.
So like my collection was all Nintendo in the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
So I was hoarding the 20 EZ monitors.
Yeah.
And like one of them is completely rebuilt, ready to rock. So and I've got some Geo 7s and 4900s. And that's about it. I don't think there's no vector monitors here. I used to have an extra 6100 on the shelf, but that's now in the Quantum.
Okay.
And then just a bunch of junk over here.
Yeah.
That's Ted's monitor he left at my house.
Tron? That's a Tron Shroud? What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then in here's a new, brand new one of these.
Yeah.
That's an 18-inch.
For your
red tent.
For your red tent. Okay.
That's a spare red tent monitor.
Yeah.
And then up here is a Betson Imperial, brand new. This was actually in my Tapper for a year, and then it died. I think the flyback went. But it's a year-old monitor.
From that, it's brand new.
Yeah, and I did buy a flyback for it. Was going to replace it. So, anyway, that's the messy garage.
You got some vinyl here. What was this? What's this for?
This is laminate. I bought.
Laminate. That's what I meant to say.
There's some white in here.
Yeah, this is white right here, right?
Yeah, this was
black. Oh, black on the outside. I see.
No, it's two different kinds.
That's what I'm saying. But there's the one that you have inside here.
Yeah, this was left over from the Quantum, I think.
Okay.
And then this black I bought at well, I don't remember why I bought this. I bought this at Home Depot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you do laminate on your jump bug?
I did.
You did. Okay. And what color was that?
White.
White. Okay.
Yeah, I used white laminate on Jump Bug and Quantum.
Okay.
And then I bought this black for, I don't know why I bought this black. Oh, I know I bought the black. I was going to use this for the kick plate on the Mortal Kombat.
I see.
And I realized that I wasn't going to get the kick plate off.
Right.
So then I used vinyl instead.
Okay.
And so I have this extra 4x8 sheet here. This is horizontal grade, like for a countertop.
Oh.
So this is thicker than the white, which is vertical grade.
Interesting. What does that mean, vertical grade versus horizontal? Because it looks like it's going in the same direction. Is that what you
Vertical grade is for like the wall.
Okay.
So you're not putting stuff on it.
Oh, I see.
And then
you can tell it's thicker.
Yeah, the horizontal grade is for a countertop.
Right.
And it's thicker and more durable for your plates and your, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your pots, your pans, your garbage, you know.
Sure.
So use a thicker on the countertops and then a thinner on the cabinets or the wall.
Gotcha.
So anyway, that's the messy garage. Why don't we go down to the basement? You want to hang out?
Yeah. Let's do
All right, well, have some popcorn. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right, guys, we're back in the basement. Adam.
Yes.
So I printed a bunch of viewer mail, and also I want to give away the little mini arcade games.
Okay.
Because a few weeks ago I announced that we were going to do a little giveaway, so we're going to pick the winners right now. We actually pre-selected them before the video here, but we're going to announce them, and these are basic fun. What do you think about these, by the way? Because they kind of mimic.
I like them actually.
You do?
The way that they emulate the like the old whatever.
Like they're not even trying to make it look modern.
No, I love it.
Right? So like the graphics are.
I prefer that.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, because when you were a kid growing up in the 80s, you didn't play something that was as authentic as the arcade game.
Right.
You did some cheap, how could we emulate it as close as we could, but still not, make it, too expensive for a kid to purchase. And that's what you got.
Yeah.
So that totally, I love that.
But the sounds are good. The sounds are actually spot on.
Yeah, that's actually interesting.
Right?
Yeah, I grew up playing like the Tiger Electronics.
Me too.
Or the Coleco, whatever. Yeah.
So we have Frogger and we have Cubert and we have a broken centipede that we're going to be giving away. Right. And I actually had a lot of people say they want the broken one. Sure. So you're going to get the broken one. And I want to see if you can put it back together. Because we took it apart in the video.
I saw that.
And I couldn't put it back together. All right, so let's pick our winners here. And we randomly just chose these from all the entries, and we tried to match up the game with what people wanted. Sure. Yeah. So all right, let's go through our winners here. Right. The first winner is Alan. He says Mini Space Arcade, broken or working, and it would be great. Great video, thanks. So Alan, you win the broken one. and that is Alan Blickley. So I'll email everyone, by the way, and to get your address. This one is from Troy Chavez. He says, definitely Cubert. Thanks for all the great shows, Troy. So Troy wins a Cubert. And then next one here is from Chris McLeod. Hello, John. It's your friend Connor again. Is it his parents' email address? If I win, please send me the Frogger. Thanks for always making cool videos and having giveaways like the skateboard and now the mini arcades. Happy holidays. So looks like Connor wins. Connor McLeod, and he's going to get a Frogger. Yes. Next one here is from Craig Buckley. Hello, John. I'd love to have one of the Frogger arcades if I win. That is, thanks for reading my email. So Craig gets a Frogger. I think Frogger was the most requested one. Right. And actually, we have the most Froggers. I kind of thought the Cubert.
That's what I thought.
I thought the Cubert one would be.
Cubert, yeah.
This one's from Anthony Heavy. Hi, John. My name is Anthony Heavy from Ireland. Oh, great. I shipped this thing to Ireland.
Which you're so good at.
Yeah, and I'm a longtime subscriber to your channel. My kids and I love your videos. I work for my dad's arcade company, Coin Trend Amusement Company. I would love to give my kids one of your arcade games for Christmas. I'm a little late with the contest here. We have 4 kids. Shauna, 21, who's married now and gone from home. Sad face. Shelby, 13. David, 10. And Jake, who's 4. We're big fans, and we wish you and yours a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Your address is we won't say.
I'm not going to read your address. I almost did. Thanks, John. Keep up the great work. P.S. My kids love Frogger. So you're going to get a Frogger coming to you in Ireland. So those are our winners for the Mini Space Arcade contest, and I will get those out within the next couple weeks here, okay? All right, so what do you want to do? Why don't we get the popcorn going here?
Take a little while.
Yeah.
Circulate.
Are you a big popcorn guy?
I love movie style
You
popcorn.
do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of is.
I want to get something like this.
You do?
Yeah, I love it.
This is a cheapo popcorn maker I got at Aldi.
Yep.
I don't know. It was on clearance like after Christmas a few years ago. I don't think I paid more than $30 for it.
Really?
Yeah. It works great, except the door broke. Yeah.
Oh, is that one of the episode where it kind of took a...
maybe, I don't know. So what we have to do is heat it up.
Okay.
There it goes. And I buy these pre-made packets, okay? And this is 2.5 ounce kettle, which is the size of that. And basically what you have in here is the coconut oil and like the Flavical seasoning.
Yes.
All mixed together, and then the kernels, and so it kind of gives you the movie style.
Yeah.
And then I do have some fake butter. You want some of that too?
Sure.
All right, we'll get that too. So if you want to start cutting open the butter side, I mean, and I'll go get the fake butter.
Is the butter gonna make a mess? Should we just
No,
do this?
just cut like the top here, and then we'll squeeze this into the kettle.
I mean, the fake butter that you're getting, is that gonna be too messy?
Yeah, it's gonna be totally messy.
All right, do you want to just do this? Because how are we gonna do that when we're doing?
We got paper towels.
All right.
All right, we'll figure it out. Here's the X-Acto blade. All right, Adam, while you're doing that, I'm gonna get the fake butter. We gotta have fake butter, Adam. All right, so we got this. You think we're gonna make a big mess?
I don't know. We'll see.
Huh?
We'll try not to.
So here's the fake butter.
Oh God.
Is that too much? Does this stuff ever go bad, by the way?
Go for it. Well, how long have you had it?
I've had it for a while.
Is this the one you had when you were a kid? So is it that nostalgic?
I mean, how long does fake butter last for? So come in the front here.
Okay.
All right, you gotta squeeze just the buttery part in there.
All right.
Oh my God.
You're about to lose a lot of subscribers in this video.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. What do you do? You just dump it in there?
Yeah.
All right. Well, someone's gonna have to help me here.
All right.
All right.
So squeeze the butter in there.
Oh gosh. This is entertainment right here.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
So here.
I'm squeezing the butter.
Yeah, just get the butter only in there.
All right. I guess it's not really, well,
It's what?
it's not really butter, right?
It's oil. It's coconut oil
Yeah, yeah.
with the Flavical kind of already pre in there.
Patent pending.
Well, here's Flavical right here. This is it. So I did buy the Flavical separately and never really used it because the packets already have it in there. But this is like the stuff you typically would find at a movie theater.
Right. That's what you want. You want it to be taste legit, right?
Yes.
Is that good? Did I put it all in there?
Let me see.
Here, let me know how I did. There you go.
All right. God. All right.
You got problems.
Hang on. All right. Okay, so now
we wait?
Well, you can put the kernels in now because it's already melted. If you want to just cut the bag for me. Sure. How did you do it?
I used the blade, I think.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Use your teeth.
All right, so we're going to get the kernels in there. Oh, yeah.
And what's the ETA? Like, how long does it usually take to...
Oh, a few minutes. Yeah. I mean, you'll know when it's done. It's very obvious. Let me throw this in the garbage here. What? So should we attempt to put the cover back on? Where's the door?
This thing here?
Yeah. Because I don't want the popcorn busting out all over. And then we got some little popcorn bags.
That's so cute.
Yeah, little details here. We got our scoop, we got our butter. I think we're in good shape, Adam.
All right. Cool.
So, Adam, was 2017, what do you think about it from your perspective as an arcade collector? Do you feel like you did a lot?
No,
or
from my arcade collecting
Yes.
aspect, no.
Yeah.
Pole position, made a lot of headway on that.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
With Clay's help and everything.
Yeah.
Have some actual hardware now, which is pretty cool.
Right.
And so, yeah, things are coming along. Not as quickly as I would like to, but that's, that's pretty much it's always been.
Do you know when pole position will be ready? And by the way, if you're not aware, Adam is making a pole position 1-to-1 clone board, FPGA. Yeah. That'll be a drop-in replacement modern board. You can plug into any pole position and play in a more reliable...
Pole position 1 and 2.
1 and 2, Namco and Atari.
Yep.
And do you know when that might be for sale?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. But you'll be the first to know.
All right, I'm going to have a little bit of Pratt rum. This is a bit of a tradition here on the channel for our year-end review. A viewer sent me this a few years ago, and I started drinking it at my year-end. Actually, when he sent it, I started drinking it willy-nilly. And then I'm like, you know what? This is too special, so I stopped. And now I'm reserving what is left for only these year-end videos. Right. And this is a very special rum, I think quite expensive. Okay. And we're just going to have a little bit here.
Sure.
We got to make this last.
Right.
Like, how many years can make this last?
How long does that typically last if you just keep
rum?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it lasts forever.
Okay.
Right? Does it get better with age? I don't know. Well, I mean, the thing is about rum is that I typically don't drink it like this.
Right.
You usually mix it with Diet Coke or something. But I think this is a very high-end rum that's designed to be enjoyed by itself. So anyway, cheers everybody. Cheers, Adam. I don't know which one's yours. Thanks for all the support. And also be sure to check out Adam's channel, youtube.com/OneCircuit. Yep. Adam does a lot of board repair.
Yep. That's pretty much the...
Is that the gist of what you're doing right now?
For the most part, yeah. Pole position updates I put on that channel.
Yeah.
Board repairs, that kind of stuff. A lot of technical stuff. There's the Arcade 101 repair series on there.
Yeah.
It's all tech stuff.
Yeah, way more tech than what I do here. Adam's a lot smarter than me. Boy, that's good, Adam.
Good stuff.
Happy New Year.
You too, buddy.
I'm late, by the way. We should have been doing this video like 2 weeks ago. All right, the popcorn is raging over here.
Very cool. Yeah, I gotta get one of these.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna get a new one. But the thing is though, this one works fine. Yeah. I just gotta fix the door.
Sure.
I don't need a bigger one.
Yeah.
This makes more popcorn than anyone can eat in this house.
Right.
You know. All right, so it's pretty much done here.
Cool.
So I'm gonna turn off that.
All right.
And then we'll just kind of shake this out here.
Little scooper.
All right.
That's cool.
So where's that fake butter?
Right down here. I'll let you do it. I don't know what I'm doing here.
All right, we got to just put a little bit of that in here. You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready.
Still smells good.
Yeah.
I don't think this stuff ever goes bad. I think this is as artificial as it gets.
It's just oil, right? With seeds,
Yeah.
essentially.
How many?
That's fine.
Oh.
That's fine, dude.
All right, we gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
What's that?
Bad idea right all over it. Here we go. Is that good?
All right, ready?
Do we want to use these or no? Just
You can, yeah.
Or do you want to just eat it?
I don't know. You want to make some?
Make it legit. That way I can take it home with me, right?
That's right.
There you go.
All right, Adam. Here you go.
Thanks, buddy. Look at that. I feel like I'm at the carnival.
Yes. What do you think? Good. Tastes legit.
Yeah,
How's that butter?
it's fine.
Does it add to it?
No tingling sensation or burning.
All right, let's see what's going on here.
Tastes legit, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's all about like the coconut oil
Yeah.
and that flavor cow stuff,
Yeah.
and then the fake butter.
No, this is good.
It is good.
Now, do you go to movies often?
No,
When you do go, do you get popcorn?
I don't know.
No.
My wife and kids do. That's good.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, man.
All right. So why don't we do some
Your mail?
viewer mail?
All right.
I didn't print any stats. I usually do that. I do know this that
Like how your channel has done over this past year?
yeah.
Okay.
I do know that this year we hit 30,000 subs, and now I'm closer to 40,000 subs. So I would imagine we'll hit 40,000 in 2018 pretty soon.
Cool.
So the channel's definitely growing. I don't know. There's like 15 million views or something total, something like that. I don't know. So thanks guys for watching. The channel's definitely. What's so funny? What are you laughing at?
Eating while you're talking.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
I just did on my Twitch channel. We had Mario
I
cereal.
heard about that. I didn't see it, but I heard it. How did that go?
Yeah, if you go to twitch.tv/John and Michelle, I did a Mario cereal live unboxing and eating.
What was it, legit cereal from way back when? Or
No, the new Mario cereal.
Oh, yeah, that was like 1980.
No, that would kill me. And then I made some hard-boiled eggs in an Instant Pot.
Oh.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. All right,
There you go.
I'll get your bag, dude.
Yeah. Huh?
Look how greasy that is. All right. All right, so let's do some viewer mail. So if you guys want to participate in the viewer mail, you got to email them to me at john@johnsarcade.com. That's john@johnsarcade.com. Could be a question, could be a comment, could be whatever, john@johnsarcade.com. So I printed a whole bunch here because this is a special episode.
Right.
Adam, you're behind the popcorn machine.
So, well, I'm getting
You're hiding.
It's a mess. All right.
All right, I just printed a bunch of random ones here. This first one here is from Josh. He sent a whole bunch of emails to me. But he says, tell me what you think of this watch face for my Samsung Gear S2.
Ah, that's cool.
So he's got a Donkey Kong watch face, if you guys want to see here. That's cool.
Yeah.
I used to have a smartwatch, but it broke. I had a Motorola one,
Yeah.
and the band broke.
Oh, really?
And the band was permanently mounted to the...
That's it.
That's it.
Done.
It's done.
Wow.
You can't replace the band. But if I did have my Motorola still, I would do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun, right?
Yeah, it is.
So Josh, thanks for sharing your little watch face there. Next one here is from John. He says, hey John, thanks for all the great content you upload to YouTube. I look forward to viewing it weekly. If you get a chance this coming April, you should look into coming to the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee. Yeah, I thought about doing that several times. I can go visit my parents in Chicago too if I do that. I don't know. We'll see. The reason for my email is I was hoping you could tell me what arcade game the CPO belongs to. I attached the picture below. Thanks again, John. So let me go ahead and show the picture here. Go ahead. All right. So Adam, what do you think that is? Can you tell?
It almost looks like a Willis,
Mr. Do or something.
Yeah, exactly. But not a legit, like a Willis or some other aftermarket CPO for a game like that.
Because I've gotten games where the CPO is nothing but a pattern, like a generic pattern.
Yeah.
Like just lines and shapes and stuff.
Sure.
And no logos. And I think that's what that is.
Yeah. Right. So it's hard to tell. I mean, really, I don't think it originally went to anything. I think it was just. It could have been just like you said, a generic replacement CPO for a game or something like that.
Because a lot of these kits that were coming out of Japan or whatever, these JAMA PCBs, there was no artwork that came with them.
Yeah.
Right. So they would just make up these generic ones that you could use for any of the kits. Right.
Yeah.
And you'd go to the distributor or whatever and say, I want the 1945 kit.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, well, we only have a Marquee for it.
Right.
So here's a CPO.
Black CPO or whatever. Some pattern or something that makes sense with the game.
So I think that's what it was. And then there was also a company named Willis that made a generic CPO. They didn't have the rights. So they would recreate the
CPOs that are geared for a specific game, but not any of the original artwork at all. So it was their own artists creating their own. There's websites out there. I forget who actually has it. I can't remember. Some guy on Cloud, but he has an entire library and archive of Willis artwork. It's actually pretty cool to look at. It's very quirky and funky.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I actually have a Willis CPO on my Centipede, and it's got this huge, Centipede, whatever, all multicolored. It's kind of funky looking, but it's, some cases they actually did a really good job, and some people prefer that to the original. Other times it's like,
it's all a bizarro world.
Like PacMan, he's got green teeth or some funky thing. It's really, really weird.
Or like human teeth on PacMan kind of a thing. Yeah.
So,
they did weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's one of those generic type dealy bobs. Next one here's from Andrew. So John, I got rid of my Cruisin' World, unfortunately, but my Miss Pac-Man cocktail is still there. But it is now a table. But the thing is, on the second control panel, it's missing the light fixture where the lights go. I was wondering if I should replace it.
I guess yes, right?
Yeah. So, Miss Pac-Man, like the Midway cocktails, do you have one?
No.
I'm trying to picture how they light up. Like, I think it's just a bunch of like 555 bulbs or something, isn't it?
Is it just the coin? Just the coin?
No. On the control panel. On the control panel, he's saying.
The control panel lights up?
On the second control panel, yeah. There's lights.
Like ambient lighting, so you can see the buttons.
Yes, there's lights that light up the joystick and the buttons, and I believe below it too. There's like a pseudo Marquee that lights up.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know.
I think so. I mean, we could Google it actually. But I'm guessing that it's a bunch of 555 bulbs that make that work.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I don't think you would have to replace the fixture at all. Just replace the bulb maybe, right? Or figure out why it's not getting voltage.
Or is the 555 bulb?
But I don't think you need to replace the whole fixture. You know, is what I'm saying. I don't see, unless somebody ripped it out.
Right.
I don't see a fixture going bad.
The one.
It's got to be low voltage.
Well, it wouldn't go bad if it's just the bulb sockets, right? I'll say this though, I did something at the hangar. Okay, so you could see.
Oh, right there. Okay, is that what they're right there?
Yeah.
Actually, that other one's a good picture. If you go back.
But you could see the 555s, right?
Yeah.
It's just incandescent bulbs.
That one there. See how it's lit up?
Yep.
Yeah.
So here, I'll show you guys a picture on my phone.
There you go. That's it right
it's
there.
just 555s, dude.
Yeah, it's got to be low voltage.
Yep. So you can see right there, it's just 555 bulbs above the control panel. So so he's saying that's gone.
If it's gone, then yeah. I mean,
So that's probably 5 volts.
yeah.
And
4 volts.
you could go to the pinball websites and get 555 sockets.
Right.
Right?
Just wire it up.
And then just wired it to the 5 volts in the ground and mount those to the back wall in here, and you're done.
Yeah.
That should be easy to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it's just a clear lens above the control panel.
Right.
So that's what I would do.
Yep.
The other thing you could consider, maybe, I just wanted to mention, like at the hangar, our NBA Showtime,
Yeah.
the light fixture died.
Right.
The ballast was bad.
Yeah.
And so I went to Walmart to get a replacement fluorescent fixture.
This is the one that goes behind the marquee, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
but I'm just anecdotal.
Yeah.
So I went to Walmart to get a new fixture because they had one there that was like made in USA for $10.
Sure.
They've had it forever,
Yeah.
and I always go there and get that fixture because you get the 18-inch bulb with the ballast.
Right.
Actually,
Everything, yeah.
it's ballast. It's missing. It doesn't have that little transformer thing. Or no, it doesn't have a starter.
Okay.
The modern ones,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So whatever, they have a modern one, made in America, 18-inch fluorescent for like $10.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Ace Hardware to buy the 18-inch bulb,
Yeah.
they want 15.
Right.
So you can get the whole fixture for $10.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went there and they don't have them anymore, but they had LED strips.
Sure.
I bought one of those
Yeah.
and threw that in the NBA. You can't tell the difference.
Right. Yeah.
I thought if I stuck it in there that it would look like LEDs.
Sure.
It's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Are you going to use LED lights?
In what? My games? If they
In
have a light?
Marquees?
Yeah, I may.
Would you?
Yeah, I may. Yeah, I wouldn't rip apart something that is working, but if something was missing or
totally broken.
Yeah, exactly. Then I would consider it.
Because like the NBA, the ballast was bad, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to go on like a light website, you
Yeah.
know, and buy a ballast, that ballast would be like $20,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah.
You can get the whole fixture for 10.
Well, like we saw at the store today, right? When we
Right.
were picking up leg level.
Yeah.
It was like a 4-foot stick LED shop light.
Yeah.
$7.
Right.
It was ridiculously
It's
cheap.
totally,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So the LEDs,
They're taking over.
they're taking over, and I think fluorescent bulbs are little by little going to be just vanishing.
Sure. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, Walmart already got rid of them,
Yep,
so.
yep.
Anyway, all right, moving on. Holy Grail says here. Hi, John. I'm a new follower of your channel, and you got me into this amazing hobby. Thank you. I've watched a lot of your restore videos, including Computer Space Ball. You were in both of those.
Yeah, I think so.
I realize you got these games for their historic significance. I was wondering if Space Wars by Cinematronics falls into this category. There's one up for sale here in Ontario. They're asking $100.
Buy it now.
I could look into it for you if you're interested. I'd be willing to pick it up and deliver for you, at least to the border anyway. Not sure how far you are away. Kind regards, Jeff. P.S. I really don't know for sure, but I started to document my restore of a recently purchased Galaga on YouTube. Your influence is great in this one. Haha, take care. Well, thank you. All right, so... Okay, so yeah, I've definitely collected some games the last few years that are historically significant
Sure.
and just interesting to me.
Sure.
Like Computer Space and Computer Space Ball.
Right.
Like when I started out in this hobby, I never thought I would buy a Computer Space
Right.
Ball.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
But now I have one.
Right.
And I really got that because it was the brother of Computer Space.
Yeah.
They just fit well together,
Sure.
and I wanted a Pong game. So now, Space Wars by Cinematronics, though, does not interest me.
I'm trying to remember what the...
That's that big white cabinet. It has like 12 buttons.
Oh.
It's a lot like Computer Space
Right.
gameplay.
Right. But the controls are obviously a lot more... whatever.
Yeah,
Harder.
if I showed you the cabinet, you'd know it instantly.
Yeah, sure. That was the game that I kept thought when we were driving to the warehouse to get your Computer Space. I kept saying Space War, right?
Oh, really?
I think that was the game that I thought you were getting. Yeah, there's right there, Space Wars. Okay.
Look at that monster.
Yeah.
So here, I'll show you guys a little picture right there.
That's just a black and white raster. It's not a vector.
It's raster, yeah,
Okay.
and it's
Oh yeah, look at that.
it's a lot like Computer Space.
Yeah. Right.
See how you're shooting the other ships
Sure.
and stuff.
Yeah, it looks very similar. $100 though. I mean,
Yeah, I personally would not get that.
no.
Not because it's something I don't want. It's just that I'm maxed out.
Yeah, right.
I have no space, and you know what? I'm already filling this need with Computer Space.
Sure.
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't need another game like it.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna get one for me, get the original one.
Right.
But there's no doubt it's a cool cabinet.
And also,
look at it.
as somebody just getting into the hobby, if you have an issue with that monitor, like, what are you going to do? You can't just swap it out for another G07 or something like that.
It's a black and white.
Yeah.
So it's probably very similar to what you could use something that would be normally for Breakout or
Okay.
Super Breakout.
Sure.
There's
Are
a
those
lot,
common,
or
though,
Space Invaders.
Are those common?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't know.
Well, those are composite, right?
Yes.
You could use a television too.
Probably, yeah.
Because we hooked up Computer Space Ball to a TV, remember?
Right.
When Warren was here?
Yeah.
So, I think you can use any black and white TV for those games. It's just composite video. If you had RCA in, right?
So $100? Yeah.
Would you grab that?
I wouldn't grab it because I'm in the same boat you're in. I got too much crap.
So if that's
But you're just starting out, you know?
if that showed up on Craigslist tomorrow,
Yeah.
it's 2 miles away.
Yeah.
It's $100. Would you get it?
No, I would not.
You would-
I am maxed out.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I'm done.
I got so many stuff going on.
Yeah.
My whole position is like I'm laser focused right now. I don't have time to fart around with, something like that.
I'm going to try my best not to get another game until all loose ends are tied up. Firefox is working, iRobot's working, Mad Planet Sound's working. Those are 3 things that are wrong down here, right? Broncos restored, Mortal Kombat's restored, Turtles is restored, and I have closure with that Sega game.
Right.
Whatever the closure is, it's out of my life or it's fixed. All right, moving on. This one's from Dan. Hi, John. I hope you and your family had a good holiday season. I wrote in to share a project I've been working on this winter. I put together a multi-cade out of a video poker cab that was headed for the garbage. I've always wanted to do this.
Really?
Yeah, well, when I was talking about the Crazy Kong, like I want to find a poker cabinet that I can just destroy.
Because then your conscience is clean, right?
Yeah. and convert it to a Crazy Kong cabaret. Anyway, I saved it, he said. Monitor was dead and burnt up. I installed an iCade 16-1 and a free computer monitor. I bought controls and buttons from Hap. I need to cut a new coin door out of wood. A wooden coin door?
I'm not sure.
You will see why in the pictures. My wife didn't think I could ever get it to work. It felt good to see it come to life. Sent some pics. Thanks, enjoy your videos. Your fan from Northwest Iowa, Dan. So let's take a look at some photos here. So Adam, I like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it was headed for the garbage, so it's, there's no downside.
There's no downside.
Yeah.
No one is hurt in this transaction.
Exactly.
But I personally, if I can find a cool looking poker cabinet with like a 19 or 13-inch monitor, I would totally turn that into something.
Sure.
It'd be a fun project.
Bring it to work,
No, bring it down here.
Yeah.
What?
You got no room.
Yeah, it's true. But Dan, that's very cool. You have a 16-1, you said, right?
I do. I have it at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have my Neo Geo Force slot is at work.
Oh, it is.
And I have I found a missed pack. Actually, the warehouse where I got my X-Men.
Yeah.
You got your dartboard. I grabbed a missed pack cab.
Okay.
Put the 61 in that, brought that to work. So those are 2 games I have at work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. I got the dartboard on our warehouse raid.
Yeah. I think you got 2 of them, right? And then you
made one work.
Made one, yeah.
Yeah. That's right. And I've talked about that. That was a legendary warehouse raid.
It was, yeah. We got pulled over by the cops. Remember that on the way back?
Yeah, I do.
And he was just mesmerized by the truck
junk
full of games. He's like, where did you guys get all this stuff? Like, right down the street, buddy. Let's go.
Because we had how long was that trailer?
That was
20 feet.
20-foot trailer. My brother's diesel dually truck, construction truck with the trailer.
Yeah.
And we loaded right to the loading dock, and we were just throwing games on that thing.
So on that raid, you got your 6-player X-Men.
Yeah. And a Miss Pack.
Yeah. And we picked up a turbo cockpit for someone.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Your Neo Geo.
My Neo Geo came from there.
Spirit or
my Dragon Spirit, which is gone.
Yeah.
The dartboard, 2 dartboards.
A jukebox.
A jukebox that I foolishly took. That thing was like a liability for a long time. I could not get rid of that. Because the guys someone
asked you to get it for them or no?
No. I remember how I got the jukebox because it was there in the warehouse, and the guy said that a woman gave it to them to repair.
Okay.
And then they told her the price or something, and she said, "Forget it,"
and just left it.
And left it there, right?
Shocker.
And the guy's like, "Just get it out of here." He's like, "You could have it. It's free. Just take it."
That was a really cool raid. The guy had 25-inch cabs everywhere, and he was literally just pricing them based on what he thought the monitor was worth.
Right.
So if the monitor wasn't even working, it was like $100, $50. If it was working, he's like $150.
Right.
So any 25-inch cab you could think of, even ones like Simpsons and stuff were there, and he was like $150. Just get rid of them. At the time, we didn't really grab.
No, we didn't. Well, we were grabbing in all of the 19-inch 80s games.
Yeah.
They were like $50.
Yeah, he
wanted all of those gone.
Yeah.
And the Neo Geo, and I told the story before, that was not in the for sale pile.
Not. No, you spotted though, and you persisted, and you convinced him.
Because he's like, no, I'm still operating these. Because he was an active operator.
Yeah.
And he had a really awesome Williams pins that were in immaculate shape. And he's like, I'm like, how much for Indiana Jones? He's like, $3,000.
So there's all these not trash, but all these old cabs that were in disrepair, whatever, and you were focused on all this other stuff. He kept trying to divert you to this. You're like, no, I want to talk about these.
But the Dragon Spirit and the PacMania, those were like $50 games because he was not operating those anymore, and to him it was junk. But the Neo Geo and the pinballs were still gold to him. And all of his stuff was in great shape. So anyway, the Neo Geo came from there, and it's been great since. And you have the four-player X-Men. Six-player X-Men,
Yep.
which is that massive cabinet that you can live inside.
Yep.
Like
$150.
Yeah. It's crazy. Next one's from Fred. Hey, John, I notice you don't talk much about Nintendo Versus boards anymore.
Oh, that's all going to stop now.
You kind of demystified them by figuring out which ROMs work with certain PPUs, and were able to get a hold of most of the rare boards. Is there anything else you want to learn or collect on them? Are you kind of sad that there's nothing more to learn? What's the next frontier for you? Belicente, Deco, Namco 51. So, it's true, though, because when I first got the Red Tent, and maybe you'll go through this.
Yeah, right.
I had the fever.
Yeah.
When I realized, oh my God, I can get so many other games for this.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to experience those games. And the thing about the Versus system, too, is that when I learned that these games were potentially different than the NES versions,
right.
It fueled it even more.
Sure.
It's like, oh, what's different?
Right.
You know?
Because then you haven't played those games before, chances are, right?
Right. And so I started collecting them, seeking them out, going on eBay, buying boards like crazy, and then you start learning about the really rare games like Ninja Jaja Maru, whatever. And then at the time, Balloon Fight, no one knew how to make it work.
Right.
And I figured it out. I was the first one to get it working.
Yeah.
I had Hobby ROMs burn me the 16 ROMs, or however many it was.
Sure.
Is it 8 per side?
Now, when you say couldn't figure out how to get it working, like at all, or just
No one knew how to make it work on the actual hardware.
Really?
It worked in MAME.
Okay.
But no one had it working on. It was all like in theory, because Balloon Fight, as far as we knew, was never widely released anywhere.
Okay.
But someone dumped it into MAME.
Okay.
So the MAME ROMs were there.
So somebody had an actual version of it. That worked on the.
Yeah, maybe it was in Japan or wherever. Sure. Someone dumped it. But if you went seeking a person with the working game on original hardware, that was non-existent.
Okay.
No one was selling it. No one was talking about it. No one's played it. Everyone. It was just all like, oh, I heard about it at one time, or it's in MAME.
Yeah.
That was it.
Right.
And so what I started doing was looking at the MAME source code, and that started unlocking basically how
different games work with different
PPUs. And I started just making spreadsheets, documenting it.
Yeah.
And then so when I looked at the Balloon Fight code, and it said it used this PPU, and I'm like, well, why wouldn't this work?
Yeah.
If I burnt ROMs and got these PPUs and put it on the board, it should work.
Sure.
Right? But the concept of burning ROMs was like, that was crazy talk to me at the time. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll ask Hobby ROMs to burn the MAME code. And Adam, honestly, even that concept at the time, like, I didn't even know if it worked.
Right.
Can you burn MAME code? I don't know. Is it the same stuff?
Right.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
It is.
It is, yeah, exactly.
But at the time, I didn't know that.
Sure.
So anyway, he burnt the ROMs. I got it to work, and that was like one of the most magical moments ever. And then it's just like, oh my.
Did you film that? Do you have a video on that?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I did do a video of it working after the fact, but not at the time.
Sure.
And I remember once I got the ROMs, I kept getting white screens, and I kept reseating the CPU and the PPU, because that seems to fix the white screens a lot of time. And then eventually it just came to life, and I was like, so yeah, I know. So the Versus stuff is fun. It's fun to collect. It's magical. But I have definitely gotten all of the games I've wanted for it.
Sure.
And so you, though, have not.
Just entering this world, so.
So you said earlier Excite Bike?
Yeah.
Any other?
Not that I can think of. I mean, I'm not really familiar with the Versus library.
Oh, really?
Yeah, aside from when I went to the arcade, it was always Super Mario and always Excite Bike. Actually, I think they may have been like Duck Hunt, maybe Hogan's Alley. I have no interest in
the gun
and mounting a gun to the thing.
That's why I never did that either.
Yeah, so I mean, for me, I'm just going to start with those, and then check out your site, and figure out what kind of stuff's out there. And
right.
I'm sure.
So how about so I'll write off some games.
Sure.
Castlevania.
I never knew that was on the Uni system or whatever the Versus.
Oh, you didn't?
No. Is it the same as the NES version?
I think it is. Okay, Goonies is, again, that's an original game.
Right.
That's not on the American NES. Would you play that?
Yeah.
It's a cool platformer.
If it's totally different, yeah, I would. Yeah.
You
know what game?
Ice Climber?
No, tennis.
Tennis.
Kids love tennis. Whenever they come here and visit, you guys always play tennis, head to head. That's always fun. That and Balloon Fight.
Oh, Balloon Fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Balloon Fight, Wrecking Crew, and tennis are the three best head-to-head games.
Yeah.
Wrecking Crew is pretty fun too. I definitely look into those.
Sure. I mean, that's what's great about that system, right? It's designed for people to play with each other.
Yes.
Right? So you want to take advantage of that.
But you have a new problem that I don't have.
What's that?
The Marquees.
Yes, right. So I can't just willy-nilly swap something.
Well, you can.
Yeah, but you know, how's it? I wouldn't have a Marquee for it.
Right.
I have to print something up. And I guess that's an option, right?
Yeah. Because with the red tent, there's a little instruction sticker.
And that's all you need.
I never change it.
Right.
You barely even see it.
Right.
So Fred, I guess
So there you go. We just added some versus talk to the show there.
What I would like to do though is do a John's Quest 4 video where I try to finish versus Super Mario.
Right.
Because I've never finished it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's hard.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like the jumps start getting crazy. It's a lot harder.
Yeah.
Like you'll be on the level and you can see Mario right here, and then there's a big void.
Yeah.
And you can't see where you're gonna land.
Oh, really?
The landing spot's off the screen.
Yeah.
Like he's over here and there's like this massive void,
Right.
and you're just jumping, hoping that there's something on the other side.
For me personally, playing on the NES controller, I have so much more precision than playing with the big joystick and buttons. For me, so I think it would be that adds, I think, to the difficulty playing.
I got really used to the.
Oh, did you really?
I think joysticks makes a lot of sense with Mario. All right, Adam. Last one here.
right.
This one, someone actually sent this to my Facebook page, and I actually had a couple people tell me about this. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
Okay. And by the way, if you guys go to the John's Arcade Facebook page and you press like the contact button, it actually emails me. It doesn't go through Facebook.
Sure.
Anyway, hey John, I was scrolling through the arcades on the Alibaba website, excuse me, and I found this. Now Alibaba is like a China website. You can look at and import garbage and stuff. Not sure if you have a company named Wanmo, LOL. They totally ripped off your logo.
Oh no! Are you serious?
Look at that. They took my logo. Here, I'll show it right here.
Cow, dude.
So they
totally ripped you off.
They took my logo and over the word John, they put Wanmo.
I love this silhouette. It's still in the shape of John. See the J?
Yeah. And the thing is, they left in the they left in the new video every Sunday.
That is terrible.
Isn't that hilarious? So yeah. So apparently my logo
picked up on that, huh?
So my logo, and I saw another version of this too without this.
Sure.
So I think there's a couple things on there.
Yeah.
Because this guy sent me this one, and someone also sent me something on Twitter to a different item.
Wow.
So, isn't that hilarious? And you know what though? The
Wanmo t-shirts.
the basic fun arcade games, I think they ripped off my logo too.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show you. Like it really looks like my logo. You tell me if I'm hallucinating.
These are the games that you reviewed before, right? There's two of these, right?
Well, these are basic fun too.
Okay.
But the other ones emulated the arcade more.
Okay.
They weren't trying to do that.
Right.
But I think that their logo also is very reminiscent of mine.
Oh.
Am I wrong? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Am I
compared to this, you mean?
Well, no. I think that they also maybe looked at my logo and
to get ideas, to get inspired or whatever. Yeah.
Huh?
I can kind of see that.
Well, just kind of the haphazard, the haphazardness of arcade.
Yeah.
It's kind of my
now,
style.
Is this when you did this in Photoshop?
Yeah.
Is the font haphazard, or did you have to?
No, I made it haphazard.
Yeah, okay.
No, I screwed with that.
Sure.
No, that's a font that I manipulated to look like that, and they did the same thing.
Sure. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's the basic. Whatever.
Hey.
So, what are you gonna do about it?
People copy you, you're doing something right.
That's right. So, Adam, I think we're done.
Okay. Thanks for having me, man.
I want to thank you for all the help throughout the years. You've definitely been part of the hobby for me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you as well.
I mean, I met Adam through Craigslist.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with arcade games, by the way. We met we met in a forest preserve. Backed our cars up to each other. No, Adam was selling a baby PacMan for $50. Yeah. So the baby PacMan that I had,
was mine,
and I regret getting rid of, I got from Adam.
I picked that up locally. The ad said Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, really?
So I went to pick it up all excited, and there was a baby pack. And I had so many projects, I was like, what am I going to do with this? I didn't really know anything about pinball machines. It was very intimidating to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. I'll sell it for $50 and just unload it. And then you were there in an instant. Like, no
Yeah.
did I post it. You picked it up. And then you were on Clav. Like, hey, check out this baby pack I got for $50.
Yeah.
So somebody else kind of sent me an email and said, look at this lucky guy. He got this in your area for $50. Like, that's the game.
So that's how I met Adam. And we've been friends ever since. And that is one of the games I that's like one of those games I regret the most getting rid of, because when I got rid of it, I think, I don't know why I got rid of it, because it was in the garage for a year or two, because the cabinet was hosed.
The basic cabinet was trash.
It was totally trash. But I got another cabinet, and I was going to transfer all the guts from one to the other, and somehow that intimidated me, I think, and I didn't have the confidence at the time to do it, so I just sold it, and I regret it, because I absolutely have the confidence now.
Yeah, right.
So anyway.
Live and learn.
Yeah, so I want to thank everyone for watching the videos throughout the years, and obviously, again, thanks Adam for helping me, and be sure to check out his channel at youtube.com/1circuit. You just released a video yesterday.
Yeah.
You did
Space Demon, I think
Space Demon Repair, which is an Atari board.
No, it's no, Nintendo. So Nintendo licensed.
That's what I meant.
Nintendo licensed. You just like that other guy. Nintendo licensed a Fortrek, some weird thing. They had, I think it was Space Firebird that they licensed to. Was it Sega Gremlin?
Yes.
And then the other one, this one, Space Demon Fortrek or something. I never heard of them, but it was, I believe, a cocktail version. So yeah, I just posted that yesterday.
Is that Nintendo hardware, or is that?
It is. I think it's Nintendo hardware with the Fortrek like stamped in it.
Okay.
But I've worked on other 4-board stacks, 3-board stack, 4-board stacks, and it looks just like the way that they would design boards.
It does.
Yeah. So I think it is, but I don't really know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you want to see like board repair and stuff like that, go to youtube.com/1circuit. And again, thanks everyone for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at BLKDOG7. I have a podcast called Video Game Outsiders. We do live episodes every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern at riotcast.com, which is a comedy network. And of course, anytime during the week, you can listen to the show, the pre-recorded shows with our app. If you go to Google Play or iTunes, search for Video Game Outsiders. We have a free app. Download that and you can listen to the shows. There's also bonus content. We do like 3 extra podcasts a week. You do need a subscription for that, but the weekly main episode is free. And then also, I've been doing a lot on Twitch lately, guys. Go to twitch.tv/John and Michelle. My friend Michelle, who's my podcasting host on Video Game Outsiders, we also stream together on Twitch. And I've been doing a lot of wacky stuff over there. So, like eating cereal and eggs. So, I think the next thing I do on there, I'm going to do that Nintendo Labo.
Oh, what's that?
You haven't heard about that?
No. Wait, was that the thing that's like Google Cardboard or some kind of thing?
Well, it's not that, but yeah, it's cardboard.
Something similar, okay.
So Nintendo came out with like these cardboard kits that you can make like a robot suit and wear it. And yeah, and then when you punch, it punches on the screen.
You have to do that.
So I ordered that. And then they have this other kit that has like a fishing pole you make out of cardboard. Okay. So I'm going to stream all that stuff at twitch.tv/John and Michelle. So be sure to go there and check out. There's a lot of interesting content on there. And we stream religiously on Thursdays around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then I stream all whenever. Yeah, if I'm in the mood to play a game, I'll stream it on there. Right. So twitch.tv/John and Michelle. If you want to interact with me live, be sure to go there and sub. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually subscribe for free and get access to the back catalog of videos.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I am an Amazon Prime member.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Amazon owns Twitch.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to anybody. Okay. And when you subscribe to them, you actually help them.
Yeah.
And then you get access to all of the content.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
awesome.
it's cool.
Yeah.
And also with Amazon Prime, you get free games.
Okay.
So if you go on Twitch and you connect your Amazon Prime account, they give you free games every month.
Really?
So there's no reason not to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
So anyway, all right, guys, that's it. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you very soon. And I think that's all I got to say, all right? So, all right, later, and bye.